guess what was waiting for me when I got home from work? Actually, I was kind of watching for it. I had about two and a half weeks ago, I noticed that my half helmet, which I think is made by a company called AFX, and I didn't pay much for it. I think I paid like $60 for the helmet. It actually developed cracks on the side where there's rivets on both sides where the chin strap mounts to, and the plastic shell, I guess it's plastic, I mean, it could be polycarbonate. I don't think it's fiberglass, but it's some kind of composite material, had cracked or started spiderweb cracking out from where the rivets go through the helmet. And you know, it's never taken an impact. I've never dropped it. I've cared for it exactly like the care instructions said. No chemicals used to clean it off, just regular soapy water to get the bug guts off of it and whatnot. But it's definitely deteriorated to the point where if it's cracked where the rivets are going through the shell, it's probably not safe to have on in case I actually have to use it. So that helmet's going in the bin, and today the UPS guy dropped off my brand new helmet. It's a bell, and it's Pit Boss. Now, I have not opened this yet. All I did was take it out of the box that it was shipped in. So, and yes, it's an extra large. Let's see if that focused. It's an extra large through extra large, but Checkers Twin Tonal. But that's what the box looks like. And 5-year warranty, so I definitely have to get the paperwork out and register that. Let's see what we got inside of here. I gotta say that the unnamed company that I bought it from, which is pretty reputable, did a piss poor job of wrapping this. The box that this came in was actually a much bigger box, and it had almost no packing material, so this box was just bouncing around inside of it. And I don't think it hurt the helmet at all. Ew. Looky. It's nice that you get a little helmet bag. A little bit of toxic desiccant in there. Alright, let's see. And on the inside, we have, let me put this down here so the camera will focus better. On the inside of this guy, we've got a nifty bell decal, and what I assume are the care and feeding instructions for the helmet. Owner's manual. And let's see, let's get this guy out of here. Two hands here. Aha! There we go. Yes, I have a fat head. That's pretty cool looking. Now, according to the description on Bell's website, this isn't just a visor, but it's supposed to be aerodynamically tuned to help it from lifting off your head. On my old helmet, where these rivets have gone through the shell for the method of securing the chin strap, it was forming spiderweb style cracks. So obviously you get into an accident and the chin strap pulls off the helmet, you're toast. But so put this guy down here. Undo the chin strap. Now, I don't know if all new Bell helmets have this feature, but this is the reason I really bought this one, because I always have problems with half. I've got a full face helmet that I like, and it fits really well, and I don't need to replace it yet. So I like a half helmet for just riding around town. And the this has an adjustment knob which sits on the base of your head, your skull, and it tightens this band that goes around the back of your skull. like a hard hat does or a mountain biking helmet, and it really keeps it from lifting off your head. I mean, it would pretty much stick to your head even without the strap on there. So we've got a removable earmuff piece, and it looks like there's little Velcro pockets in there. You got an intercom system that might be useful for recording videos at one point. You can see that strapping system in there. Now, I don't believe the interior padding is removable, so if I make a sweaty mess out of this, I will have to find creative ways to clean it up. But there's an instruction manual. So let's unzip this. So let's see. Got a snap here. And a snap on the other side. Get the more hands. Oh boy, okay. It's good to know that ain't gonna come right off. Alright, there it goes. Alrighty. Just a little bit of cold weather protection there. Now we can see this retaining system a lot better. But that was the number one reason I wanted this particular helmet. But the added benefit is this little lever here. If you take this lever and flick it down, you get a nice extra layer of eye protection on this helmet. Now I've got goggles I always wear. Well, they're sunglasses, but they have a foam seal around my face. But if I wanted to blast down the freeway, it's going to be really nice to have that extra eye protection there. So let me put this on my big fat head and see what it looks like. Here goes. Well, I can already tell that I don't know how I can't aim this very well, but that is really snug. I mean, that would almost stay on my head. I mean, not an accident, but even going down the road without the chin strap on. But chin strap. I did notice one thing that's nice about the double D-rings here on the chin strap. Has a snap to hold the excess over. So, you adjust it to where you want it, so you're not choking yourself to death. Then you have a little snap right there. You could cinch that dude up in, and now you don't have the tail of this beating you to death while you're driving down the road. So, I don't know, I like it. It's about almost exactly the same style as the old helmet that I had, except for this isn't a cheap piece of crap. This should be a pretty decent quality helmet. While not being too shaky, I'll get my lovely cheap motorcycle sunglasses. These are made by a company called Curves, and I love this company. These things cost about, well, these are polarized, so I think they run about $45, $50 US, and they will change, to dark automatically in the sunlight. But at night, you don't have to change your glasses out. And they're fully polycarbonate lenses, so I don't have to worry about impact directly in my eye, because it's impact resistant. It's not bulletproof. I hear idiots saying, well, not collective idiots, but I hear people saying polycarbonate is bulletproof. Well, not the kind of crap that goes on your sunglasses. So you get this, where's that lever? Wrong side. On this side. Flip this dude down, and even with my glasses on, the the visor still works, and it doesn't touch the glasses. I think I have about, looking down, I would say about 1/4 of an inch gap there, but that's going to be really nice for, you know, if I'm not just in and around town driving around and I need to go out in an area a little bit higher speed, I can just flip that down and I get added eye protection and also a little bit added wind protection off my eyes. And that might be nice for someone who has prescription glasses. I mean, I don't need corrective lenses or anything, but you at least know that you'd have enough room for them underneath that. It's nice that Bell designed it that way. So you can see that the foam seals on these glasses are pretty wide, and the frame's kind of thick. So unless you have glasses that really set off your head quite a bit, it should fit pretty well with just standard eyeglasses and still be able to use the visor eye protection. And it comes in clear and mirror material also. I know you can order different eye visors for this. And also the Pit Boss comes in a bunch of different styles, but that was the one I liked. I don't know, it matched my personality, whatever that personality may be. Okay, so that's my review. I can tell you it fits a lot better than my old helmet, and therefore it should be a lot more comfortable. I have another half helmet, so this is the third one I've owned, but I've got another half helmet I never wear that HJC makes, and it's like, it's shaped completely different than the shape of my head, so it presses in to my temple so hard that within an hour I have a splitting migraine headache from wearing it. And it's not too tight either. I mean, it's like the biggest one they make. It's just the wrong shape. So it's important to get a helmet and try it on to make sure it fits your head. Now, I've tried on this model of helmet at a local shop, but they did not have the style of the helmet that I wanted. It had some gaudy thing with 1,000 tribal flames on it, and I mean, not even like good pinstripe artist kind of stuff, just gaudy looking horrible crap. This one looked pretty good. Okay, well, that was it. It's my review, I guess, or unboxing, whatever you want to call it, of a Bell Pit Boss helmet. I bought it, I purchased it for myself. I haven't been given any kind of endorsement for Bell or for Curves, the company that makes those sunglasses. It's just the gear that I use and I prefer. I can tell you for certain that you need to check your helmet. You need to check it. You need to check it every damn time you're going to go out and ride. The UV rays of the sun, they will break down plastic. Your helmet will not last forever unless you just never wear it. I mean, honestly, I don't think that the helmet's materials are going to break down in storage. But when you're out riding all day long, day after day, week after week, year after year, and it's not the elements really, like the rain and snow or whatever hits the helmet, though maybe salt spray if you live in an area where there's a lot of salt and you ride in the winter, that probably may have some corrosive properties to it. But honestly, what kills your helmet is the UV rays from the sun will break down the materials of the plastic. Trust me, they do. This is the second helmet I've had, well, not this Bell helmet, but the second helmet I've owned that, through no fault of my own, just through just wearing it and ownership, that the helmet literally started to fall apart. And it's because the sun just cooks the materials and they become brittle and hard. I mean, you have to use your common sense. Think about it. Any kind of plastic that's exposed to the weather and the elements usually becomes brittle and hard or chalky. And I mean, we recently, for our little house here, bought plastic patio furniture. I mean, I'm sitting on one. There's some right there. When these things are sitting out in the sun for a year or so, they fall apart. They break and they crack, and they just they don't last. It's the same deal with your helmet. That's why you'll never find a lifetime warranty on a helmet. And believe it or not, some of the materials like carbon fiber and Kevlar, they're even more UV unstable. They usually have to put in some kind of UV filtering material or UV protection to the clear or the gel coat in the carbon fiber or Kevlar helmet to keep it from breaking down, because it's actually more sensitive. And you know, everybody who has a carbon fiber helmet, they want to see the carbon fiber sticking out, and it's a double-edged sword. You want to see it because it looks cool, and the carbon fiber is incredibly strong, but because you want to see the cool weave of the carbon fiber and the Kevlar, you're actually making it more susceptible to damage from the sun. And if you really don't think that it's possible for the helmet to break down in the sunlight, take an old helmet sometime and just on a nice sunny day, just leave it set outside, and then go put your hand on the surface of the helmet and feel just how hot the helmet gets, especially if it's black. And my old helmet that fell apart was satin black, that developed the cracks, and it just absorbed the heat of the sun. So I'm going to be registering the warranty with Bell, and hopefully their product stands up. I know they're a good company, and if I do have a problem, they'll fix it, they'll make it right. So buy good stuff. Doesn't have to be Bell, can be anything. Anyhow, take it easy. Talk to you guys later.